And that brings us to the fourth noble truth, which is the Eightfold Path, how to actually walk this way of enlightenment. The way to complete and perfect enlightenment, Buddhahood, enlightenment, the ultimate fulfillment or development of all that we are and can be, our ultimate potential, our total being, and also the way of enlightened living. So it is a goal, but it's also a path. It's the ground we're coming from as well as the fruit or the result that we're heading towards. It is the way of enlightened living, of enlightened life. The Eightfold Path, including meditation and mindfulness, which is the crux of it, ethical living, loving actions and service and so forth, which is the physical or the action in the world, and concentration, and awareness, etc. in every moment. Not just meditation or introspection, but relational mindfulness and being mindful of being aware, being conscious, being totally lucidly present in every moment. So in short, ethics or loving actions, compassionate action, moral living first, shila. Second, samadhi, concentration and mindfulness, samadhi, meditation, practice, and being aware in life, mindfulness. And third, prajna, discriminating awareness, discernment, wisdom, love, prajna, transcendental wisdom applied in life. So ethics, meditation or mindfulness, and wisdom. This is the three trainings of the Eightfold Path of Enlightenment that we can find in my book, Awakening the Buddha Within, laid out 8 steps to enlightenment with a good chapter on each if you'd like to go more into this. So the Four Noble Truths are the truth that unenlightened life is dissatisfying, unsatisfying, full of challenges and difficulties. And the second is the cause, ignorant craving for that which can't satisfy us for very long. Third is the part of the cure, that there is another way of life, the enlightened life. And fourth is the path to the enlightened life, or the path of enlightened living. So these, in short, are the Four Noble Truths, which is Buddhism 101, or the backbone of Buddhism. If we add the 6 transcendental virtues, the 6 paramitas, the 6 transformative practices, 6 Panacean practices of the spiritual warrior, the selfless altruist, the enlightened leader, the bodhisattva, the Buddha to be, the bodhisattva. If we add on these 6 transcendental virtues of the bodhisattva, then we have the outline of Buddhism 101. 4 Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, and the 6 transcendental virtues. And really that's all we need to know about Buddhism, except to know who and what we are, which is not nothing, not a small thing. And for that, we have to bring it into daily life and daily practice. Through daily explicit formal practice, let's say morning meditation, prayer, yoga, chanting. And second, mindfulness and loving kindness and compassion and action in life. And third, through going deeper in meditation sessions like Sabbath on the weekend, taking a day a week off, or seasonal or annual retreats, or longer retreats and pilgrimages, and so forth, so that we actually have a deepening spiritual path and enlightened life. And this is something anybody could do. The radical gospel of Buddha, who was a great social reformer 2,500 years ago, who was the first to break the taboo against educating women. He was the first in history to educate women in mass. Think about this, friends, 2,500 years ago. He exhorted each of his committed followers to plant at least 1 tree every year. He was one of the world's first ecologists, and to protect the waters, not to use the waters for waste material. He broke the caste system, the horrific caste system, and allowed people who were untouchables to go free of that horrible stigma. Worse than racism in our society, the horrific caste system, vestiges of which still last today. So 2,500 years ago, he broke the caste system. He was a peacemaker between warring kingdoms. He was a great social reformer. But he taught that anyone can become as enlightened, as wise, as loving, as unselfishly altruistic and giving, as much of a wish-fulfilling jewel, as much of an enlightened master, including self-mastery and enlightened leadership for the benefit of others, as the Buddha did, that anybody could, male or female, young or old, smart or dumb, isn't that a belief? Of any creed, color, nationality, Buddhist or otherwise, let me add, Buddhist or otherwise, by following such a path of wisdom and selfless enlightenment. So this was a radical gospel or good news, taught 500 years before the time of Jesus, by the way. with this pretty much the same ethical basis as all the religions have. He was one of the first in the world to codify this and put it together for us today. So in short, this is my course on Buddhism 101 for anybody today who's interested in becoming more enlightened, happier, and finding themselves and their true work and purpose in this dreamlike world. Thank you.